For today's lesson, we are going to be rereading our story, Garden Good Guys, and completing a short writing activity about insects. Let's get started. The informational text gives facts about a topic. Find facts about insects that help gardens in the selection. Our text focus for this story will be labels. Labels are words that tell more about the pictures in a text. They can name parts of the picture or the whole picture. Look for labels. What information do they give? As we read through our story, Garden Good Guys, be looking for facts about insects that help gardens grow. Let's begin reading. Garden Good Guys by Timothy Thomas. If you have a garden, you should know about bugs. Some bugs are pests that eat the plants. Other bugs eat the pests. They are the Garden Good Guys. If you want a healthy garden, make sure you have ladybugs. Ladybugs eat tiny bugs that snack on garden plants. You may not think a praying mantis is as pretty as a ladybug, but it is a good garden friend. A praying mantis hunts and eats many garden pests. On page 35, we see two pictures. Below the picture, we can see a label. This label says ladybug. This label says praying mantis. Why do you think these labels are by the pictures? The labels help us identify what our picture is of. Here is a picture of a ladybug, so that is why we have the label. Here we have a picture of a praying mantis, so that is why our label says praying mantis. How do these types of insects help gardens? Do you remember how ladybugs help gardens? If we look back in our text, it says ladybugs eat tiny bugs that snack on garden plants. A praying mantis hunts and eats many garden pests. Both insects help maintain the garden to keep it healthy. The big-eyed bug is tiny. Can you guess how it got its name? Big-eyed bugs eat bugs that harm vegetables. The dragonfly has a long, thin body, large eyes, and 2 sets of wings. Dragonflies are good for gardens and good for you too. They eat garden pests and mosquitoes. When we look here at our picture, our label says big-eyed bug. Can you guess how it got its name? Look closely at the picture. This bug's eyes are humongous. For the dragonfly, The label below says Dragonfly, and the other label is pointing to its wings. These labels help us determine what the name of the insect is and also part of its body part. This week, we have been working on reading and writing words with or and are. Words that have or are usually spelled with O-R or O-R-E. Words that are spelled with are spelled A-R. In today's lesson, we are going to read our decodable, More Fun for Jake. As we're reading through our decodable, you will notice words that have or and are in them. At home, I want you to be reading along with me and following your best so that you can help find words with or and are in them. Let's get started reading More Fun for Jake by Melissa Rothman, illustrated by John Hovell. Every day, Jake's dad runs on the shore. Dad runs and runs. Every night, Jake dreams of being like his dad. When I grow up, I will run like Dad. I will be fast and I will run far. One day, Jake and his dad went to a sports store. Jake needed a few things. I like these green shorts and this red cap, Jake said. When the weekend came, Dad asked Jake to run with him. Jake wore his green shorts and red cap. Dad and Jake ran and ran. Each weekend, Jake and Dad ran. One day, Jake showed Dad a note. It said, "Race for dads and cubs." Can Dad and Jake race? Would you like to be in that race? Dad asked Jake. Yes, 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 said Jake. I can be in it. On the day of the race, Jake wore his green shorts and his red cap. Mom came to clap loudly for Jake and Dad. The race was fun. Jake didn't want to stop. "Let's race!" yelled Jake. "Yes, we will, but let's wait for the weekend," said Dad. What a great story for us to get to read about Jake and his dad. Now we are going to complete an activity together about insects. Let's get started. When we look back at our story, Garden Good Guys, we had a few different insects. We had the ladybug, the praying mantis, the big-eyed bug, and also the dragonfly. If you would like to choose one of these insects to write about, you can. Again, if you would like to choose a different one, just make sure you have the permission to research about it. Once you have picked the insect that you are going to be writing about, we will write 3 sentences about our insect and then also draw a picture of our insect. I am going to choose the ladybug. I will show you what the writing activity will look like. I'll get started now. For today's activity, we are going to complete a short writing activity about insects. What we will do is look back through our story and you will choose which insect you would like to write about. I am going to pick an insect from the story because I will be able to find out information about that insect directly from our story. If you would like to do a different insect that is not in our story, just make sure if you need to go on the internet that you have permission to research about your insect. As I said before, I am going to be writing about the ladybug. I want to write 3 sentences all about the ladybug. In my sentences, I can describe its characteristics, meaning does it have spots, stripes? What color is it? Does it crawl? Can it fly? I want to tell about it. I also want to tell about how my insect helps protect gardens. To get started with my activity, I just have a plain piece of notebook paper. You can use your red notebook that I got you or another piece of lined paper. Since we are practicing our writing, you will want one with the lines so it can help you with your spacing. Since I am writing on the camera, I am going to write my letters a little bit bigger so that it's easier for everyone to see. I am going to start with saying, the ladybug is red with black dots. My first sentence, the ladybug is red with black dots, helps describe what the ladybug looks like. I said that it is red and it also has black dots on it. My next sentence could either be about how ladybugs help in the garden or another fact about them. I'm going to look back in the story to see what information I can find. Our story tells me ladybugs eat tiny bugs that snack on garden plants. That's a great fact that I could include in my writing. I can also look at my picture of my ladybug here and see if I can see more characteristics. I've already said how the ladybug is red with black dots. I can also see my ladybug has large eyes, several legs, and wings. I can include that information in my writing as well. So far in my writing, I have the ladybug is red with black dots. Next, I could say the ladybug also has wings. For my last sentence, I could then include how ladybugs help in the garden. I could start by saying, ladybugs eat small bugs that eat garden plants. Now that I have my 3 sentences about my ladybug, I can draw my picture. When you're writing about your insect, it does not have to look this long. Remember that I also wrote a lot bigger on my paper so that you would be able to see. Now I'm going to draw my picture. Last, I included my picture of my ladybug. Then I wrote a small label next to it that says Ladybug. This is what my final writing piece looks like. I included my 3 sentences and my picture of my ladybug. Now you do not have to do the same insect that I do. You can choose one from the book, or if you have permission to research a different insect, you can also do that. So 3 sentences about your insect, and then include your picture. You have the option in our story of writing about the ladybug, the praying mantis, the big-eyed bug, and the dragonfly. The book provides 4 great examples of all the insects that you could write about. Your 3 sentences can include what your insects look like, different characteristics about them, and how they help the garden. If you need any help on your writing activity, please let me know. I can't wait to see the final result. I'll see you later.